What should be in a survival backpack? In this video, I will go into detail about what should be in your survival backpack list. With that said, I strongly recommend that you visit our website, where I also recommend specific and best items to add to your survival backpack, as well as share important tips on how to customize your backpack. The right survival backpack essentials and contents will save your life. The backpack. Before you collect all the important items for your survival backpack list, you need to get a really durable backpack. It should be well constructed, preferably water resistant, should have a lot of compartments, and be easy to carry. The color of the backpack is also a significant feature. Some might prepare a brightly colored backpack to notice it from afar in case you're separated from it. Others would opt for a more camouflaged version to hide it from potential foes. Breathing mask. Now that you have the backpack, it's time to fill it with the essentials. The rule of three states that you cannot survive more than 3 minutes without air. In such disasters as wildfires, volcano eruptions, industrial fires and general pollution, the air becomes unbreathable. You will need an air filtration mask to get the precious and clean oxygen. The mask should be of the highest quality, one that filters out any dangerous particles. You cannot compromise as far as this particular item is concerned. Water container and purifier. Now we move to water, the basic survival element without which you won't last more than 3 days. You will need to have the right amount of water to drink in order to constantly stay hydrated. So pack the following two types of items: water container and water purifier or filter. You will probably find a natural source of water in the wild, or maybe a well or a pipe, but you mustn't drink this water directly. It can be chock full with pollutants, parasites and harmful bacteria. You will need to treat it with purification tablets or a water filter. After that, you can take this drinkable water with you in a container such as a hydration bladder or a stainless bottle. Ration packages. Your backpack needs to have enough space for more items that I will mention further on. So when you pack food, go for the condensed ration packages. They are very nutritious and yet they don't overload the backpack. The rations will provide you with more than enough calories to last for days. A fishing kit will help you acquire additional food in the wild. Again, it doesn't take much space, and all you need is some bait, hook and line, which you can tie to any stick that you find. Consider even packing a lightweight cooking set. Shelter, tent or sleeping bag. We all need to rest, sleep and feel safe. We need a base, even a temporary one, that can shelter us from the elements, the enemy, the predators and insects, that can store our things and keep us warm and dry. Here are some options to add to your survival bag. Space blanket, a lightweight solution that keeps your heat thanks to its metal coated design. You can cover yourself or tie it to a tree and create a basic shelter. Sleeping bag, another lightweight solution. A good sleeping bag will keep you warm through the night. I cover everything you need to know about sleeping bags in a different article on our site. Tent, a more advanced choice. Select a quality tent that doesn't weigh a lot, make sure it's waterproof and provides enough space for you and your party. You can also combine two solutions, like sleeping in a tent under a blanket or in a sleeping bag. However, make sure you don't overburden yourself. A heavy and cumbersome backpack may harm your survival. First aid kit. This one goes without saying. You need a good first aid kit that can immediately treat injuries and illness. It should have items such as bandages, tourniquet, burn gel, latex gloves, sutures and needles, scissors, antiseptic wipes, gauze, aspirin and other painkiller, antibiotic ointment, anti-diarrheas, antihistamines, sunscreen. Knife, your number one tool and self-defense weapon. A knife is an exceptionally versatile item and should be added to any survivalist kit. You will need it to cut rope, cut bandages, cut branches, dig holes, open cans, hunt, prepare food, craft more tools and weapons, and so on. Remember to take care of your knife, ensure that it stays sharp and well maintained. Multi-purpose tool. Emergency situations require a wide variety of tools, so you should be ready for anything unpredictable. Naturally, you cannot carry a full toolbox with you. This is when a multi-purpose tool comes to the rescue. Get a high-quality tool that ideally includes most of the following: pliers, flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, small knife, bottle opener, wire cutter, scissors, tweezers, miniature saw, file. All these features will come in handy when you need to fix your tent or gear, cook, cut wood, or even improvise and craft something new. Shovel. An indispensable tool in the wild, you should add a small shovel to your survival equipment. You can use it to dig drainage trenches, fire pit, latrine, and holes to bury and hide your most valuable items and cans. It's very useful when building a shelter or even for self-defense. Sewing kit. While surviving in the wild for a long time, your clothes and tent will demand repairs. A handy sewing kit will fix holes and tears in anything made of fabric. Small saw. Another great and useful tool to make the process of gathering wood much easier. You can saw off small branches or cut logs for the campfire or cut longer branches to make a shelter. Get a folding lightweight saw made from a durable material. Crowbar. This tool comes in handy when you reach a formerly populated area. It can open locked doors so that you can forage for food or use the space as a shelter. The crowbar helps lifting objects that are stuck to the ground, hammer tent stakes into the ground, or it can be used for self-defense. Duct tape. Reliable and universal, the duct tape is waterproof and hard-wearing, thus it's ideal for any instant repair, be it of your clothes, backpack, tent, or some other gear. Duct tape can be used as a fire-starting material as well as a leak stopper. Cord. Cord or cordage is an umbrella term that unites anything from strings to metal wires. You can use it to tie firewood bundles, make a temporary shelter, climb, replace a torn shoelace, drag whatever you hunted, hang food from a branch, away from the scavengers and ants, fix a broken arm, and so on. It can function as a clothesline, fishing line, even a line to hang items from your backpack. Fire starter. Fire has always been the beacon of hope, warmth, and protection for those who need to survive on their own. You also need fire to cook, because you cannot survive on raw meat and fish, which is why I suggest that you carry more than one fire starting item in your survival backpack. You can bring matches, beak lighter, fire striker, and flint. You will need one of them when the other is not working. For instance, matches can get wet and a lighter can run out of gas. Also, remember to keep them in a small waterproof container. Navigation. When a global disaster strikes, you cannot fully rely on the GPS or the internet for navigation, since these services can stop working. Pack a topographical map of the area around you, as well as a road map and a compass. Learn how to read the maps and the compass, and you will never get lost. A GPS device can also be a useful tool to navigate by. It can direct you to the next useful location, to a highway exit, or a resting area. Clothes. The first thing to remember is not to stuff your backpack with too much clothing. One change should be enough. An exception to this rule is socks, so pack several pairs to ensure that your feet are always dry. All your survival clothes should be made of quality fabric that dries fast. Fire alone or a tent might not be enough when you're facing the danger of hypothermia, which is why you must wear layered clothing in the cold weather. While the layer closest to the body should be made of wool, cotton on the other hand is probably the worst choice. Here are some specific clothes that you should pack. Hand foot warmers. Whenever it's freezing outside, they're guaranteed to preserve your body heat in important places. They don't take much space, weigh almost nothing, and should definitely be included in the survival backpack. Gloves. Pack a pair of heavy-duty cold weather gloves. They will protect you from the frost, splinters, and the cuts. You never know what debris you will need to clean on your path, from branches to broken grass. This is where the gloves will come in handy, so to speak. Waterproof jacket. An indispensable clothing item that will protect you from harsh weather. Hat. Your head should stay warm as well. A beanie or a cap are a good choice, as long as they block your body heat from leaving you. Bandana. A bandana can serve you in a warm weather, as it covers your head from the scorching sun. It can also cover your mouth from dust, or be used in a variety of other ways, such as a sling or signaling flag. Lighting. Having a flashlight has advantages in any survival situation. You can use it to light up dark places, signal to other members of your party, or with a strong enough beam, blind an enemy or scare away an attacking animal. If you want your hands to be free, opt for a strong headlamp instead of a flashlight. Another lighting alternative is chemical light sticks. They can produce light for 12 hours straight and send signals from a mile's distance. Their shelf life is particularly long. They can also be used to ward off animals. Rescue items. Whistle. You can actually hang it on your neck. It's very useful if your group gets split or if you need to call for help. Plastic whistle doesn't cost that much, doesn't rust, doesn't sink, so you can always have it on you. Mirror. A signal mirror is very compact, but it can be a true lifesaver. It reflects light and can be noticed from miles away. Personal items. Use the rest of the space in your survival backpack for items that hold personal importance to you. Not all of them are related to your physical survival, and you might do fine without them, although I do recommend not to neglect the personal medication and the self-defense tools. Important documents. These include passport identification papers, contracts, car papers, loans, deeds, and so forth. Every important piece of paper that identifies you, your capital, your property, possessions, and agreement should be taken with you if you are forced to leave your house due to a disaster. When a danger passes and you can return, it's always good to know that you have all your documents safe and ready. Personal medications. There is always the medicine that only you or your family members need. Talk to your doctor and see if he can prescribe you an extra dose that you can safely put in the backpack. This way, no disaster will ever surprise you and you will continue maintaining your health with the right medication. Money. If the social structure collapses or the power goes off, you cannot rely on plastic credit cards. It's always a good idea to carry a small amount of cash to use in a store, a gas station, or a motel. Paper money should be carried in a waterproof bag. Phone and charger. Your phone might always be useful if you're fleeing a local natural disaster. You can use it to communicate with friends and family, making sure that everyone else is safe. You can call emergency services, navigate and stay updated on what happens in your region and when it's okay to come back home. Don't forget to pack a charger, preferably with an adapter that allows you to charge the phone from a car. Self-defense tools. During the civil unrest or social collapse, you might need to defend yourself against aggressive attackers. In the wild, there are hungry predators that also create the need for self-defense. It does not necessarily have to be a gun or a knife. There are non-lethal self-defense items such as pepper spray, batons, and stun guns. Keep in mind that there are some local laws you still need to follow, so find out what weapons are okay to be purchased and stored in a survival backpack. Important lists and information. Another good idea is to print all the important info on paper and add to the pack. You cannot fully rely on your mobile phone and the internet to be available at all times, so add the following printed lists and texts. Phone numbers and addresses of everyone you know, preparedness plan for everyone within your family, what they should do, what are their roles when you have to abandon your household, first aid procedures, important places in your area you can drive or go to. What fruits, berries, and plants in your area are edible or can be used as a medicine. Survival instructions, such as how to make shelter, tie various knots, trap small animals, cook food in the wild, make fire, and so on. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please like it and subscribe to support our channel. For the full article and more information about off-grid living, survival, camping, and much more, please visit our site and enjoy our articles on these and other topics. Have a great day.